Retiring Supreme Court Chief Justice Beverly M. C. Lackland says public trust in a vital democratic institution was at stake in an extraordinary public battle between her and former Prime Minister Stephen Harper. In her first public comments on the dispute, MC Lackland told CBC News that Harper's claim that she had acted inappropriately by trying to contact his office could have undermined the administration of justice in Canada. "I was worried that any such allegation could tarnish the administration of justice, could tarnish the office of Chief Justice, could tarnish the court," she said in a wide-ranging interview with the National's co-host Rosemary Barton. "That was my main concern. But it turned out, I think, quite well." MC Lackland, who retires Friday after 28 years on the Supreme Court, including 17 as Chief Justice, said she was shocked by Harper's public accusation that she tried to meddle in the Conservative nomination process to pick a Quebec judge to the High Court. She said she first learned of the political broadside from the front page of her morning newspaper. MC Lackland said she was in Moncton, NB, for a speaking engagement at the time in May 2014 and was up early to catch a morning flight back to Ottawa, when she read Harper's accusations in a story on the front page of the Globe and Mail. She says she was astounded, and took some time to consider how to respond. "I knew I hadn't done anything wrong, and I spent a rather miserable 2 hours, or 2.5 hours, on the flight figuring out how this could have happened and what was going on," MC Lackland told CBC News. "When I got back to the office, I thought about it and I said, well, you know, I'm not going to get into a fight. Judges can't get into fights with politicians. We have to just be quiet if we are accused normally. But I do believe the public is entitled to the facts." In the end, MC Lackland issued her own news release with a timeline of events and a series of numbered facts. Declining to speculate on the former Prime Minister's possible motivations, MC Lackland said she believes, in the end, that Canadians understood how the events unfolded. It was May 1, 2014, when Harper's office issued a news release suggesting MC Lackland had tried to engage in an inappropriate conversation about a case. "Neither the Prime Minister nor the Minister of Justice would ever call a sitting judge on a matter that is or may be before their court," it read. The Chief Justice initiated the call to the Minister of Justice. After the Minister received her call, he advised the Prime Minister that given the subject she wished to raise, taking a phone call from the Chief Justice would be inadvisable and inappropriate. MC Lackland said she had never intended to call the Prime Minister, since she had already flagged her concerns in a call to Peter MacKay, who was Justice Minister at that time. She said the call was to raise a general red flag about eligibility requirements for Quebec nominees under the Supreme Court Act, not to question the validity of one specific person, and that the call was made before the nomination of Mark Natten. Unnamed Conservatives had been quoted suggesting that MC Lackland had lobbied against the appointment of Natten, who was a member of the Federal Court of Appeal.